This podcast focuses on the application of Section 280E to the United States legal cannabis industry. Why? Because cannabis is the only Schedule I drug that has a legitimate marketplace today. When applied, Section 280E contradicts the intent of Section 280E itself, which is to punish illegal drug dealers, because Section 280E punishes legal businesses today. Section 280E is outdated because trafficking cannabis is legal in over 33 states and D.C. Section 280E doesn't satisfy the expectations of any of its goals, which was to combat the flow of drugs in the United States, significantly reducing drug use, or having an educational impact. Okay, now let's talk about how Section 280E cripples the development of the U.S. legal cannabis industry and does not reduce illegal drug use. The Nixon and Reagan administrations set the stage for such low support for cannabis reform going into Bill Clinton's presidency in 1992. Vilifying and marketing cannabis to the American public as a threat successfully maintained the status quo no-tolerance drug policies, but support for legalization began to increase. Americans who experimented with cannabis saw that they did not become murderers or college dropouts. Their experience with cannabis was far less evil than the government warned for decades. The traditional war on drug advertisements started to evoke humor rather than fear, and the generation that led the counterculture movement started to have children. From 1996 to 2000, 7 states, including California, passed medical cannabis laws, which positively affected public opinion of the plant. Now, breaking down, let's do a quick short history of United States cannabis markets. The cannabis industry is similar to any other traditional agricultural industry. Farmers grow the crop in greenhouses or outdoors. They regularly tend to the crop, and they develop irrigation systems to achieve the best yield. Farmers also research how to best prevent pests and diseases, which pesticides are safe and effective, and how genes and the environment affect the production of key plant chemicals like THC and CBD. As Americans were exposed to functioning and legal cannabis markets, more states soon followed. By 2000, support for cannabis legalization polled at 31% among Americans. In 2013, 58% of Americans supported legalizing cannabis. In 2019, with over 66% of Americans supporting the legalization of cannabis, 33 states and D.C. have state-regulated medicinal or adult-use cannabis markets, and we know on the election that happened last week, we could add 5 more to that list.